It's a huge day in France tomorrow. Let's talk about it. Dr. David Lees is with us. He's an expert on the far right in France at the University of Warwick. Nathalie Goulet is here, French senator and a vice chair of the Senate Foreign Affairs Committee. And a very good morning to both of you. Thank you very much indeed for joining me to try to sum up a feeling and a mood in Paris ahead of this election. Must be very difficult. But Dr. David Lees, if I could ask you to try to do that first. And Marine Le Pen, how much of a chance is there that her influence on the world stage could be about to go up immensely?
Well, good morning, Andrew. Yes, I think she's very much somebody who is in the right place at the right time. You were talking before about getting solutions to difficult problems which don't seem to be going away in France, and I think she's very much offering a chance for people who are very much disgruntled with the current state of affairs under the current President François Hollande. This includes young people, as you say. It also includes people who are from the former kind of working class heartlands of France. I would expect her to go into the lead on Sunday's vote, and then go into the second round vote later on in May in the lead up against somebody who is more centrist. So it's probably Emmanuel Macron, the centrist candidate. She has, I think, in many ways, a terrorist attack, unfortunately, has come at the right time for Marine Le Pen, because it allows her to continue the rhetoric around immigration and terrorism, which she's been sort of dining out on really since, as you said earlier, January 2015 with Charlie Hebdo. But really before, I mean, the Front National has made a point of targeting immigrants, and indeed so this idea of connection between immigration and crime for many years now, since 1972, with the foundation of the Front National, with Marine Le Pen's father. So she is, I think, in a very strong position now, having actually been in a fairly lackluster position up against people like Jean-Luc Mélenchon from the far left. So in many ways, Marine Le Pen is now really in the right place at the right time.
Can you just confirm for me, Dr. Lees, this is the first round tomorrow. The second round, two candidates will go forward, won't they? And that will be a straight shootout, right?
Absolutely. So the top two candidates will, if no candidate secures 50% of the vote, which has never happened under the current history of the Fifth Republic, it's very likely, therefore, that the top two candidates go through, and the winner is obviously the person who wins that second round runoff on the 7th of May. As I say, usually what happens is you have a kind of a mainstream right and a mainstream left candidate going through. In 2002, we saw a far-right candidate with Jean-Marie Le Pen going up against Jacques Chirac, who was the incumbent president, and Chirac won very convincingly with about 82% of the vote. Many people turned out to vote for him in opposition to Jean-Marie Le Pen. But what we'll see, I think, in the 7th of May, if it is indeed Marine Le Pen and someone like Macron, it won't be such a big landslide towards a centrist candidate. I suspect that Marine Le Pen would still have quite a lot of support there going into that second round.
Nathalie Goulet, French senator, I wonder what you think will happen tomorrow, and what is the mood ahead of the French election? Good morning.
Good morning. After listening to you, I'm scared to hell. I don't recognize my country. But, I think you need a fortune teller more than a political analysis, because we don't know. I mean, the situation is very foggy. And it was a very unpredictable campaign, and people are very, very disturbed. They dislike the politician. There was a big, big mistrust. And probably Marine Le Pen will collect a lot of ballots, because she looks like she's a virgin out of the system. The people that dislike the system and the people coming from the system right now. So, frankly speaking, I cannot help, because I myself, I don't know. I have no idea.
So can you just said to me there that you're scared to hell after my description of a mood in France. Am I wrong?
Well, I think that roughly speaking, you are right. But we have to see the things from another point of view, is that, this campaign was so disturbing. That is, a general atmosphere is like that. But then we are in a scale of terrorism, and the international situation is also very scary. So, it's all coming from the same situation. So I don't think we are under this pressure that you describe from Marine Le Pen, with a lot of migrants and radicalization, and nothing is working, and the police is not making his work, is wrong. And we spend more than €1 billion to secure the country. Intelligence make a lot of progress. the policemen, and we have to be so grateful for our security and policemen, but they are making a hell of a good job, and they are saving our life every single day. We are under a state of emergency, but I have to remind you that we have a state of law, and we don't want any fascism in this country with putting the Muslim in jail for the sake because they are Muslim. They are French people from a Muslim faith, and they have their right to be in the Republic. And when I was listening to you 5 minutes ago, and you say a French white to describe the father of this terrorist of the day before yesterday, I was shocked.
Why?
We are not talking about white and black and
No, we
yellow.
are though. He is. The facts are, as Marine Le Pen blames immigrants and says that they should be deported if they're on security watch lists. Then it emerges that actually he's a second or third generation man who has a white French father and an Algerian mother. So it doesn't play into the right wing hands. That's the point that I was making, Nathalie.
No, it's a description of white French, which disturbed me. French is enough. White is something different. Yeah. But no. What I want to tell you is that we are under this situation. We have 6 million of Muslims in France, French from Muslim faith. Okay, we have now more than 14,000 people on the verge of radicalization, which is a big issue, and we have a lot of trouble. And I've been working on it for years. We do not have the solution. But what you have to know is that in this 14,000 people on the verge of radicalization, you have 40% of Christian people convert from Christian into Muslim faith for the sake of fighting with ISIL and terrorism. So it's a very, very scary situation. And if somebody listening to your program has a solution, please help.
Nathalie.
Because we have no solution.